Okay, so now that we have our two front pieces done, we want to go ahead and do our back bodice and front bodice pieces. I'm trying to make this look more like it's supposed to look. Like it needs to be on a, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to start with our back bodice piece, and we are going to have it face up, and we are going to turn our other bodice pieces face down on top of it. And we are going to clip at the shoulders here. And this is the outer piece. And we are also going to get ready our lining. Okay, so this is ready. And we're going to put it out of the way for now. And we're going to do the lining. We're going to sew the lining completely together. Okay. The lining has a bunch of lint on it. Okay. So now you want pretty sides together of your lining. I have white fleece, so it doesn't matter. I don't have any patterns or anything on top of mine. So I'm going to clip it at the shoulders. And I'm going to clip it at the shoulders here. Now I'm going to serge here and serge here. And if you're using your regular sewing machine, just do a straight stitch straight across. Okay. I'm going to trim that and do the side. Okay. Now we are going to open our lining up like this. This is the right side up, or pretty side up. I'm going to fold it, and this would be considered my pretty side. I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to snip. I'm folding in half, make sure it's even. And do this to both of my sleeves. And I'm going to give it a little snip here. This will be pretty side out right here. And I'm going to give it a little snip in the middle. Okay. I'm going to open it up. Pretty side facing down. And this little notch this here, I'm matching it to my top seam. My shoulder seam. And I'm going to clip it. That may be too far. Okay, now I'm just going to take that and I'm going to clip this in here, or you can pin it, whichever one you're doing, clip or pin. And you maneuver your sleeve to come up and meet up the raw edges like this. And they will meet up perfectly like that. And just clip. And do the same thing to the other side. And you want to grab here and clip. Just like that. We want to do the other sleeve the exact same way. We want to open it up. Pretty side up, wrong side down. And the little notch that we made earlier on the pretty side, we want it facing down. So it should be pretty sides together. And clip. And we're going to bring this all the way over to this side. Clip it. Straighten it out a little bit so that it matches up with the raw edge of the shoulder with the sleeve, and clip. Same thing here. Raw edge, point to point, clip it here. Bring this up to meet up with the curve of the shoulder and the sleeve here. And we're going to clip. So now it should look like this. On both sides. And we're going to serge from here to here. On both sides. Okay. If you have a regular sewing machine, again, straight stitch all the way through to the other side. And I'm just making sure that all of my pieces are in. You want to make sure that you have all of your bodice piece and your sleeve piece both lined up so that you don't have any holes in your garment. And if you do, you can always go back over it. No big deal. There's always a hole somewhere. Okay. When you're just starting, there is anyway. So there's nothing to be actually scared about or, nervous about. Don't let the sewing machine intimidate you. You rule the sewing machine. Okay. See? Okay, now we're going to do the other side the exact same way. And if any of you are interested, now I only design in silhouette, but if you're interested in learning how to do your logo inside of your lining, let me know. I believe I have a video that I can upload that shows you how to do that. If not, I do not mind showing you. Very easy. Very, very easy. We want to make this sewing deal. We want to get the most out of it as we can with our brands. So here we go. When you get ready to brand it, even if you don't put your logo everywhere, sub your logo in the lining right here, like a tag. They can't remove it. No one can remove your lining. I mean, they can remove your lining, but how is that gonna make their jacket look? Okay, look, see, look, a hole. Let me go get it. Okay, and I'm just going over, making sure that hole is filled in there. And bam, we got it. Okay, let me check this side, make sure there's no holes. None. Back over here, none. Okay, so now we are going to fold our suit is outside, inside out. We're going to match our seams here. Up under your armpit, we're going to match those seams. We're going to come all the way down to our wrist, and we're going to match that also. And we're going to come down to our waist, and we're going to match that. And you can put in as many clips as you want. This fleece is really not that slippery, so I'm only going to use about 3 just to keep it in place. The beginners, if you want to use more, by all means, please do. It will make you feel more comfortable to get your, once you learn your fabrics and learn your machine, it'll make you feel comfortable, more comfortable that you can keep it in place until the end. Okay. So we have clipped our entire side seam. And so once clipped, it will look like, once I tuck it, it will look like this. Move all this stuff out of the way. It will look like this. So now I'm going to serge from here all the way to here. So from here to here on both sides. And then our lining will be finished. And we will start on our outer piece. Kind of have to guide this fleece through because it is not wanting to feed all the way through. Make sure all the pieces are full to the right or the left, not the right, the left, so that nothing is getting caught up under your sewing machine that you don't want caught up under there. Okay. So now the lining is complete. I'm just cutting um, strings. Out of the way. Okay, the lining is complete. We want to turn it, I think we want to leave it this way for now. So we're just going to put it to the side with everything else that we have done up. And we want to get the main pieces out. Which are these. And we're going to do it just the same way as we did the lining. The exact same way. We're going to sew here and sew here. And we're going to do the same thing to the other sleeve, shoulder, not sleeve, shoulder. Okay, now we are going to add the sleeves just like we did to the lining. Okay, this is pretty side up. And here go our sleeves. Here, we are going to fold them in half. Like this. And I'm going to give it a little clip up here at the top. And so it will look like this. And I'm going to put it face down here. Pretty side to pretty side. And I'm going to clip it just as we did the lining. These little clips really, really come in handy. Now we're just going to go and we're just making sure everything is lined up. You have to kind of maneuver it in a way because one piece is curved and the other piece is going in. So you want to maneuver it. Actually, if you just stretch it a little, it'll be even. Okay. And we will bring this around the exact same way. Clip it. And then bring this up. Make sure that the raw edges are meeting up. And clip. And on your shoulders and your sleeve, you can use as many clips as you want. You don't have to just use, I think I use 6. Like I said, this is a kid size. You do not have to use 6. You can use less if you feel like you need less. Be sure to cut all of your tails. I say that a lot because you can sew your tails on the other side. And if you're using a serger, you'll have a harder time as if you were using a if you were using a regular sewing machine, but it wouldn't be as hard as to remove the thread. I'm going to cut a little bit more of this trim off because I left a lot of it on. You don't have to have this much on. I just cut sometime and My rotary cutter is a little dull, so I don't want to mess up any of my deal. For some reason, I need to change my blade, and I have a blade. I need to get one of my boys to take it apart. I couldn't unscrew it. I guess I screwed it too tight when I did it. Okay, I made my little notch snippet here, and we're going to put that right here. Match it to the shoulder seam. So we're going to take our sleeve, the notch part, and match it to the shoulder seam here. And we're going to clip. I'm going to bring it all the way around to match here. And we're going to get it up all through here. Put my other clip in, straighten it out. Okay, I'm going to bring it over here and do the same thing. We're going to clip it here. And we're going to straighten it out. And we are going to sew. Now it's time to sew our sleeves on. Okay, just gonna take that under there. Bang. I'm just making sure that my raw edges are still matched up. Make sure you're not pulling any part of your jacket under your sewing machine. And if you are using a regular sewing machine, straight stitch all the way through. Okay. Now it's easier to see if you have holes when you do it on your outer. So now we are going to trim this whole sleeve, trim the tails off. We're going to get this sleeve on over here. And we are just going to go all the way around. Be sure to make sure all your raw edges are matched up and that your outer part of your body is pulled up, pull back so that you're not getting it caught up. Okay, so now that we have those all together, we are going to flip. We're going to fold it pretty sides together. I'm gonna cut this here. We are going to match up our armpit seams, I'm sorry. And we are going to clip here. And we are going to clip here at the down the arm and we're going to clip down to the waist, just like we did on the lining. So it will look like this on one side. I'm taking the other side. I'm doing the exact same thing, cutting my tails. Matching my armpit sleeves, seams. Well, it is actually the sleeve, but I'm matching my armpits. Now I'm matching my sleeves. We're gonna get that done up, and we are gonna be on our way. I'm gonna take that one out. Okay, now we're gonna match up our waist here. This is where our waist is gonna be at. So now we're just gonna sew from here all the way down here. And if you're using a regular sewing machine, straight stitch all the way around. Okay, I'm surging. Here we go. You're about to be done. Okay. Don't cut your fingers off either if it's your first time using it, or tip of your finger. I have cut many nails. I don't wear them, but my own nails, I have almost cut those jokers off several times. Cut them in half anyway. I've cut them in half. I haven't cut them completely like down to the wick of my finger. But yeah, pretty damn close. And watch when you go over big seams. Listen to your machine. It'll be like, hey, you're going too fast. Slow your roll. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. I'm gonna do a little cutting these tails. So we're gonna turn it outside out, or right side out, however you want to put it. We're turning it pretty side out. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add our cuffs. Okay, so on my cuff, I think I'm gonna cut off, but I'm gonna match these jokers up because I want them to be matched great. Oops. This is the stay stitch that they have. Well, not stay stitch, just to so it won't run stitch. Let me see. Yep, right here. I was gonna use my rotary cutter. I think I'm gonna use my scissors. I think I'm gonna cut a top layer. That'll be too much. Trying to cut everything. Okay, now I'm just gonna match it. See if I can get them about the same. That works for me. Okay, so now we're gonna do our, I keep wanting to say handy dandy because my grandbaby watches, who has the handy dandy notebook? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to we're going to have our sleeve here, cuff. We're going to put our sleeve inside of our cuff like that. Raw edges here. So the folded part of the cuff is here. It is facing the body of your jacket. Okay, so now we want to, that's gonna irk me. Now, because I can't figure out who has a handy dandy notebook. We're gonna clip our seams together here. Okay, now you can stretch it with your hand just by putting your hand in like this and clip all the way around. You can fold it down and clip all the way around. If you fold it down, whoops, that clip went a flying. Okay, so you can fold it down. Oh, I broke my fingernail too. Okay, it's not like they're glamorous or nothing, but you know, every little bit counts. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a clip over here just cause I don't know why. I only normally use 4, but you know. Oh, Blue's Clues have the handy dandy notebook. We watched that the other day. Okay, I'm better now. Okay, I had to think. Well, of course, that's what he says. Sit down and think, chair, think. And I just thought, or thought, I don't know, whatever. Old people say thunk here because it's country. We are matching up our seams here. Our inseam or our side seam with our cuff seam, the only seam that you have on your cuff. We are matching that up, and I'm just gonna pull it in some. Raw edge. Remember, the folded side is down facing the body of your jacket, and this is the open part here. Open here, folded here. Okay, now we are going to flip this down a little bit. You don't have to flip it down. I just find this easier for beginners. Instead of trying to stretch and clip or stretch and pin, you can fold it down and you don't have to stretch it at all because it's stretched out anyway. It stretches out for you. And all you have to do is clip. Okay. And now you're ready to go. We are going to sew that on. We can also, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get the waistband ready. So we got those ready to go. And we're going to get our waistband ready to go. But first, you have to quarter off our waistband. These will be the middle part. So we're going to match up, not the middle part, the two side seam pieces. It's going to be a section. So we're going to match a knot, a clip here. Okay. So now we're going to put another 2 clips here because these are all even. Once this will be even to this. So if we did this, folded it in half, it will be even to this here. So we're just gonna cut off some of this extra white trim. I don't know why I left so much white on there. I guess that would also be another way of finding your midpoint. Instead of folding it in half, you just fold this over and bam, it's your middle point. Okay, so now you want to put 2 clips on your side seams. Okay, and we had already did our waistband, quartered it off, take that. So what we want to do, we want to fold the waistband backwards onto the jacket because I want this to show. If you wanted the black to show, then you would fold it this way. But I wanted this to show. I want the white lines to show, the stripes. So I'm going to match. I'm going to replace this clip with this one. Now these clips are not going to match up. So you're going to give your waistband a tug. And you're going to replace that one with that one. That clip with that clip. And if you notice, there's this much space left. You're going to pull your waistband down. And you're going to clip. And you can add as many clips as you want to keep you on track, keep it together or keep it in place or whatever, however you want to put it. Boom, right there. Okay, so now we're going to do that. You're going to put it here. And let me tell you, people love bomber jackets. And I like to make them. People like to wear them. And you can make money off of them. Especially there's like no, since you're doing sub and so there's like it's endless to what you can do. If you learn how to make seamless patterns and stuff like that, oh my gosh, no one will have the same thing that you make. I get so tired of people saying, oh, they stole my stuff. They made it just like I did. Nope. Because we're making our own stuff. Okay. So now we're going to add our waistband and our cuffs. So I'm going to go ahead and put the waistband on first. Make sure that your pockets are not getting caught up. Make sure that they're pulled to the left. Okay. And we're just going to serge it on. And if you are using your regular sewing machine, use a zigzag stitch. Or overlock stitch just on your regular sewing machine. But you can use a zigzag or stretch stitch. Okay. I'm just checking to make sure I got everything in there, and I did. Okay, so now I'm going to do my cuffs. I think about it. Okay. And we're just going to put that under there and go all the way around. I have to make sure that my clips don't get caught up in my sewing machine. Okay. So now damn it, I did it the wrong way. Oh well, it's gonna stay like this. So it's gonna have black sleeves. I did it on both of them. So if you want the stripes to show, flip it the other way around. I got so caught up in looking at the stripes that I put them on the wrong side. So I'm gonna leave it like that too. I'm not taking it apart. Okay, so now we're just gonna go around. Direction is a good thing. So remember, when you're putting on your cuffs, the side that you want to show your pretty side should be touching your sleeve and not looking at you. So I was so fixated with the pretty side looking at me. Now it's gonna be looking at my wrist. Well, not my wrist, my grandbaby's wrist. So remember, I guess I should put that somewhere in there before sewing. Make sure you got your pretty sides up. Should have thought about that while I was looking at my darn, excuse me, didn't mean to say damn. Looking at my darn, this here. Let me see how that looks. Yeah. Would I like for it to look like that? Yeah, pretty much. Oh well. I'm not taking it apart. I probably could take it apart and it probably would still look good, but I'm not gonna do it because I didn't take off a lot of stuff. Anyway, so now we're gonna add our zipper. And we will put back the regular sewing, the serger, and we are going to be working with the regular sewing machine. I'm just putting these pins in here because there's a magnet on this little thing and that would get flipped around and poke me. And I don't like being poked. Not that way anyway. So we're going to put those in here. And yeah, get those out of the way. Okay. We are adding a zipper. Woohoo. Don't be intimidated by zippers. All you need is a presser foot, your zipper foot. I'm putting that over here so I can remember where I put it because I always lose it. I don't know which side I'm starting on yet, but I just changed my foot. Now we are going to add the zipper. Dum, dum, dum. Okay. Clipping. Yeah. Okay, first, before we add the zipper, we want to fold up our waistband to get a middle piece here. And we're going to we're going to pin that piece on both sides. So that's our midpoint on our waistband. Okay, we're going to open up our zipper, making sure that I have a size. Okay, yes, it's a 20. As you can see, this is a super long zipper, but I will show you how to shorten it. I can hardly ever find the right size zipper, so I will show you how to shorten it. Okay, we're going to start by placing our zipper. Let me get it right in my head. Yeah, we need the wrong side out. Now, this would totally not matter with this being on the inside if I was using a reversible zipper. Okay, this is what we want to look at. Do we really want to look at this like this? I'm getting it right in my head, y'all. Okay, let me see. Zipper face down. No, we don't. I'm telling y'all. I knew I had it right the first time. Let me stop this. I'm stopping this and adding another piece.